It's late in the evening. The kitchen light is still on, and you're standing there holding your phone, rereading a short message you already typed. It's simple. Just a reply. Nothing emotional, nothing risky. And yet, your thumb hovers. You read it again. You change one word. You change it back. Nothing is actually wrong. But inside, something feels tight. Why does something this small suddenly feel heavy? What you may be running into is a habit of overthinking simple things. And in the next few minutes, I want to quietly explain why that happens, why it feels so hard to stop, and what might help it soften a little. Overthinking simple things usually isn't about the decision itself. It's about not trusting your first answer, even when it's reasonable. Your mind keeps checking, adjusting, and replaying, not because you're confused, but because certainty feels safer than moving forward. One common reason is that you learned, over time, that small mistakes carried outsized weight. Maybe someone often corrected how you spoke, how you decided, or how you did things. It didn't have to be harsh. It could have been subtle comments, raised eyebrows, or frequent "are you sure?" moments. Eventually, your brain picked up a quiet rule: double-check yourself. So now, even when no one is watching, you pause. You reread. You hesitate, like standing in the grocery aisle longer than necessary, unsure which version is the right one. Sometimes, it comes from one moment that didn't go well, and never fully let go. A choice you made that led to embarrassment. A message that landed wrong. A decision that had consequences you didn't expect. Your mind holds onto that memory like a warning label. Even when today's situation is different, your body reacts as if it's the same risk all over again. So you prepare more than you need to. You think longer than necessary. And still, when you finally act, it rarely feels settled. Over time, another layer shows up when you're surrounded by too many outside examples of how things are supposed to look. Fast responses. Confident choices. Clean decisions. When you compare your inner hesitation to other people's finished outcomes, your own pace can start to feel wrong. So a simple task stretches out. Not because you can't do it, but because you're quietly measuring yourself against a standard that keeps moving. Here's what that can look like in real life. It's around 11:30 at night. You're on the couch, half watching something familiar, phone in your hand. Earlier today, you sent a normal message. Nothing dramatic. No conflict. The reply you got back was fine. Neutral, even. But you opened the chat again anyway. You reread your message. Then theirs. Then yours again. Your chest feels slightly tight, like you missed something important but can't name what it was. You start thinking, maybe my tone was off. Maybe I explained too much. Maybe I should have waited. If you've been there, you're not strange. You might know someone who lives like this. This is how overthinking simple things often shows up: quiet, repetitive, and tiring. It doesn't announce itself. It just keeps asking for reassurance in small, everyday moments. What makes this pattern especially frustrating is that it often shows up when things are actually okay. There's no real problem to solve. But your mind keeps looking for one anyway, just in case. There's a gentle way to meet this moment without turning it into a battle. When your thoughts start looping, notice the question they're asking. It's usually something like, what if this was wrong? Try shifting it slightly to, what am I basing this on? Then answer with two plain facts. Nothing emotional. Nothing dramatic. Just simple truth. For example, I read it carefully. Or, I've handled things like this before. This works because it moves you out of vague fear and back into something solid. It doesn't make the doubt disappear. But it can make it quieter, enough to move on. Another quiet option is to leave a small record for yourself. After you make a decision, write down 3 short lines. What you chose. Why you chose it. What you knew at the time. That's it. Later, when your mind starts second-guessing, you can look back and see that your choice wasn't random. It came from thought, care, and the information you had. Over time, this can slowly rebuild trust, not in a dramatic way, but in small, steady pieces. But there's something important underneath all of this that often gets missed. Sometimes, overthinking simple things isn't a flaw at all. Sometimes it's a sign that you care. That you're trying to be thoughtful. That you want to avoid harm, misunderstanding, or regret. Those are not bad instincts. They just don't always know when to rest. So if you find yourself pausing over small choices, it may not mean you're incapable or unsure by nature. It may mean your mind learned to be careful in a world that felt unpredictable at times. This is for people who look fine on the outside, but keep checking inside. For people who can decide, but don't always feel settled after they do. Overthinking simple things doesn't make you broken. It means your mind is trying to protect you, even when protection isn't required. And noticing that, without judging it, can already make the moment feel lighter. You don't have to force certainty. Sometimes, it's enough to let good enough be enough, and let the rest be quiet.